How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Nice House on the Lake, Book 2. This is from DC's Black Label. And before we jump in, let's go ahead and take a look at the cover. We have up at the top the title here, The Nice House on the Lake, and below that we can see the symbol has moved to the second one. So the second one is highlighted now, and we can see the upcoming symbols that all represent people at the house. There's the barcode with the DC Black Label logo, and here you get this character. I believe his name is Ricky, and he's in the bathtub. There's his little slippers. I love that detail, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a mirror or a painting above him, but you can see he's safe, and everybody else in the world is pounding, wanting in, but they're trapped outside. So a really fun, creepy, surrealist cover, and I do have to really give them a big hand for the covers. These are really cool and creepy. Let's flip to the credits page, because credit where credit is due. We do get a cold open before this, but here's the double page credit page, and yeah, double page splash. I think this is the exact same image that we saw in issue 1. If it's not, feel free to correct me, but I think it's the same one. Maybe that's going to stay the same the whole time, I don't know. But we get James Tynion IV is the writer, and Alvaro Martinez Bueno is the artist who also did the cover there, and they're the creators of this series. So let's go ahead and talk a bit about the plot. Now, I'm not going to be doing any major spoilers, but I do want to say my piece on some of the plot points and make sure you guys have a basic understanding as to what this issue is about. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Overall, this is a good issue. We get a lot more, breathing time. The first issue was such a large amount of exposition, but here we get to explore the house and see what's up. But before that, we do open with this guy in his post-apocalyptic state. I think it was Ricky, right? And he's playing the piano and talking about his time with the alien before he knew it was the alien. Now, the first issue I thought, okay, these are 100% just future, but now there's this element of surrealism that he's playing the piano outside, and I begin to wonder, like, is this all fantasy or something? I don't know what these future states are now, but that is interesting. We flip to back in time with Walter, right? And we see that they knew each other in college. There's this cool double page spread of their room with a bunch of junk and, comic books just lying about. And we get to see him ask, "Do you think anybody really likes me?" And through this conversation they have, you find that Walter really does care for all his friends, and that he really is a nice guy. He's part of an evil alien species, but he really was probably honest in wanting to save his friends because he likes them. Now, you can see these two are good friends, and we find that he will wind up appearing, if I can find the page, he will wind up appearing to him and, sort of talking privately with him later on. We also get these pages here that are heavy dialogue pages. They're house log transcripts, and basically right after the climactic end of the last issue, you get everything that people were saying, and you get it just in this dialogue portion. Now, I mentioned this last issue. I'm not really a big fan of, putting prose stuff in the middle of a comic. It really slows down the pace, and it's kind of jarring. And I kind of wonder if James Tynion just wants to write novels or something, but apparently that's going to be a motif here. So, yeah, big blocks of text, but it also makes it, going into that crazy part, it makes it where you don't get to see the craziness as clearly as maybe you should. One complaint I do have, though, is you get lines of dialogue by repeating characters. So, like here, the doctor's talking twice, and it lists doctor and then doctor. Like, if it's a second line, it'll repeat them, but then you think someone else is talking, but if you're reading too fast, and it really shouldn't have to reintroduce the character name because that makes you think it's someone else. I don't know. I guess I get what they're doing, but whatever. But one thing that I did find kind of funny is the second of these heavy dialogue pages, you get security camera footage, and I have to wonder, like, this over here on the side would imply that this is printed out paper. So if this is on paper, what is this video doing here? Like, it's cool to see a little bit of an image, but I guess these are just screenshots or something. I don't know, because a video can't play on paper unless maybe this is advanced alien technology. I don't know. I just felt that was kind of weird. Or maybe, hey, it's a comic. Maybe it's just stylized. You get by the itinerary, Ryan, your main character from the last one, is matching up the symbols to figure out how all of these people knew Walter, and she finds out that she's the one who knew him the least and is wondering why she got picked to come along, because everyone else knew him way more for way longer. So why did she get picked out of all these people? So that's our brief check-in with her. She's our main character probably, but we don't get too much of her this issue. So maybe it'll be more free-flowing than I thought. But yeah, just a quick check-in with Ryan there. We also take a second to go outside with Nora and Sarah there. They're the two smokers, and they talk about, like, where will more supplies come from? Will things just magically appear, or will they have to grow their own tobacco or something? So worried about having enough cigarettes, they decide to explore the house, which leads to this really funny moment with Nora, where they look in the library and they find that in the library, Walter has kept a copy of every single book that he asked Nora to read, and it's like all his recommendations, books and comics. It's like, everything I ever told you to read, I'll have it available in this house. You're here for the rest of time. Read every book I told you to. And it's a really, really funny joke. But you can see things like The King in Yellow, a really good classic, From Hell and Sandman. So there are some comics. Theirs is pretty cool. And of course, they find something mysterious in the bottom of the bookshelf. But I'll leave that up to you guys when you actually read it. And there's a few other things going on. You get to find out what this big, cool statue does, but I don't want to go really too much further because I don't really want to spoil anything. But this is a cool, let the story breathe a lot more, focused primarily on fewer characters and actually getting to explore this house. I didn't show you it, but there are a few pages where, they try to map out where all the rooms are. So you get these little floor plans there, and then the room that goes with it, and our first look at the cool movie theater. I'm a movie nerd, so I really did like this. But overall, I like the change of pace. The first one was a big exposition dump. But the second one here, you get to breathe. You get to focus on a few smaller groups of characters, so in turn, not everyone you met in the first one has a big part here. I mean, and even like your main character, Ryan, just had a little bit, but I felt that, you really got to get into these characters' shoes better because you weren't being dumped with exposition and bounced between every single character, so I really did like that, and I really did like getting to dig more into the meat of the story. So that was really fun, and overall, this book is going in the direction I hoped it to, where you really get this weird and strange atmosphere, and it is making me want to read the third book. So overall, I was a little concerned with the first one because it was so text heavy. Here, I haven't seen anything overly creepy yet, except for, of course, the alien reveal. And there hasn't been anything too big and too strange, but this is only issue 2. We're still just heating up. But the mystery is there, and the quieter character moments and the exploring the house. This is a lot better, and I really, really want to read issue 3 now. So all in all, pretty good, a solid step up, and I I can't wait for the 3rd issue. Hopefully this thing gets really creepy, but you never know. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You're really helping the channel out. If you want to see my review for the first book, I'll put a playlist on the bottom, and you can find that book somewhere in the playlist. It's a playlist with related comic reviews in it and stuff. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.